For my project, I'm going to be covering synovial joint movements. So first we have flexion and extension. Flexion and extension are anterior and posterior movements in the sagittal plane. So flexion is going to be anterior. Joints that can move, we can flex the neck and extend the neck. We can flex the shoulder and extend the shoulder. We can flex the elbow and extend the elbow. We can flex the wrist and extend the wrist. We can flex phalanges and extend them. We can flex the spine and extend it. We can flex the hip and extend. We can flex the knee and extend it. Next movement is abduction and adduction. Abduction is going to be movement of the limb, hand, or finger. Abduction is going to be taking a bone towards or away from the center in the frontal plane. So abduction is taken away, and a deduction is taken towards. Abduction, such as when people are taken away from their family, they are abducted. We can abduct the shoulder and a deduct the shoulder. We can abduct the hip and adduct the hip. We can abduct the fingers and toes and adduct the fingers and toes. Up next is circumduction, which is going to be movement of the limb, hand, or fingers in a circular motion. So we can circumduct the shoulder, circumduct the wrist, and circumduct the fingers. We can also rotate. So rotation is going to be turning within the vertebral column or at a pivot or ball and socket joint. So rotation, we can rotate the neck. We can rotate the hip, internal and external rotation. We can rotate the shoulder, internal and external, and we can rotate the back. Next, we are going to have elevation and depression. So elevation and depression are upward and downward movements of the scapula and the mandible. So we have elevation and depression of the scapula. Then for the mandible, we have elevation and then depression. Elevation, depression. Up next, we have protraction and retraction. Protraction and retraction. Protraction is anterior movements of the shoulder and mandible, and retraction is posterior movements of the shoulder and mandible. So for the shoulder, protraction, retraction, protraction, retraction. For the mandible, protraction, then retraction. Up next, we have pronation and supination. That is going to be rotating between palm up and palm down position, or rolling onto the medial or lateral edge of the foot. So pronation is going to be turning the palm down. Supination, palm up, like you got a bowl of soup. Pronation of the ankle is going to be rotating toward the medial edge, and supination is rotating to the lateral edge. Pronation, supination. Up next, we have dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. We have dorsiflexion, so that's flexion and extension of the ankle. So we have dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, dorsiflexion, plantar flexion.